We could do champagne brunch.
One.
I know a good
The
place.
lovely, majestic red peacock in his natural habitat. Notice as he shies away from the wild Pete. Look at the sheen of Pete's coat, obtained from the drink of hops and the eating of wild weeds. This song and dance, prescribed every Tuesday and Thursday. Nature, a wonderful gift.
Fucking John. Man, John, I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know where you get off. I don't know who you think you are. Oh, I got to turn my camera on, but you, sir, are something special. Okay, all right, fucking A. All right. Folks! Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, motherfucking children of all ages. Welcome to the Two-Sided Pod. You're here every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's 4 a.m. Greenwich Mean Sandwich time if you're across the pond. Now, for those of you who are watching live, oh shit, there he is. I got it. Dude, technology. It's a real fucking bear. Okay. And perfect. There we go. All right, my God. John, are you back?
No.
What happened, bud?
I don't know.
Holy shit. So apparently we're still streaming. John is off. I don't know what happened, John, but it's something that he really enjoys doing. And I feel like in times like these, it's best if we just press forward, press on. It's just what we would do if John fell during battle. We would have to just step over his lifeless ginger corpse and keep on fighting, because that is how wars are won, John.
That's how wars are fun, my friend. That's how the West was fun.
Right. That's how we put the fun back in war. Wait, I don't know how to spell. Well, I'll do a shot to that. Holy shit, man. It's off to a great start, and I don't have much faith in yourself or your technology. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. All right, we got one, and then let's just keep on going. Let's press forward, Let's get over that decrepit corpse.
Yeah, that proverbial ginger hump.
Yes, it's that time again. First of all, hello to the fine folks in the foundation. Now let's get to the heart of the issue. John L. Peacock, Esquire, my boy Pete. I return again to quietly judge you, to encourage destructive behavior for my own whimsy, and to bask in the glow of the borderline personalities. Takes one to know one, indeed. What are you looking at, my boy Pete? Do a shot.
Fucking, I'm not one to argue with the Dub. When Dub says jump, I say, how high do you think I am? Let's do a shot. Come on, John. Let's do a motherfucking shot. Woo!
All right.
Bink, bink,
if
bink.
we must, we must. And we must. That next red.
All right.
Ready.
Ready to go. I think we're ready, John. Kick this pig. Make it squeal.
Yeah, I realized I was mute that entire time, but I said, when Dub says jump, I say, how high do you think I am,
You've always been one with a quick wit, John. You're not one who gets left out in the cold often, my friend. That's what we like about you, John. First one to dinner, last one to leave. Big fan of your work ethic. Big fan.
Hey, my boy Pete. Well, howdy.
Well, John, that reminds me. Well, howdy to you too, bud.
I'm John L. Peacock out in Brooklyn, New York.
My boy Pete in Southern California, and I can't believe we're still doing this fucking show.
And you're listening to this show, Two Sided, a live recorded podcast where each week I challenge Pete with a bit of the two sides of life, the fun and the serious.
Yeah, John, I think it's beyond that. I think it's the me and the you, the right and the wrong, the yes and the no, the ebb and the flow, the pull and the push, the give and the take, the take and the give, the pat and the tie, the peanut butter and the jelly, the peas and the carrots, the Cagney, the Lacey, the Laurel, the Hardy, the Fred, the Barty, the Abbott, the Costello, the Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, John, leave it to Beaver and Wally. Leave it to Beaver and Wally.
Dad loves Beaver. Hey.
Ward, you were a little hard on the Beaver last night. Fuck yeah. Get some, Ward. Get some.
Poor Beaver. He got a bit of a pounding. Anyway, my boy Pete, before we get into it, let's do a general check-in. My boy Pete, how you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. I'm coming up on I got 5 days left before I'm paroled. So I'm feeling
you
great.
Just stamp your little stamp. I don't care. Rehabilitated. I don't even know what that word means.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It means you weren't going to see me no more. That's for damn sure. At least not till next time. Till I don't learn my lesson again. Yeah, every time I go through this, John, it's fucking like prison and rehab. I swear to God, I made this bad choice. It's led me to these things. I'm going to clean my life up. I'm going to make better decisions. I'm not going to go down that road anymore. I'm going to stop hanging out with those people that lead me to those choices, John. And what do I do? What do I fucking do? I'm going to be hanging out with those people 6 months later. Sure enough, back where I started, fucking 4 a.m. watching this goddamn monster dog. Oof. For those of you who don't know, I'm still house sitting, dog sitting. The dog is a house. I'm in the dog. I'm housing the dog. It's a ridiculous. He's a fucking beast.
You're in the doghouse.
I'm in the doghouse. Who let the dogs out? I have to. 4 a.m. every morning. Every morning, 4 a.m. I have to let the dogs out. Who? Me, motherfucker, me. Ugh. And there's no comedy at the end of it. There's no fucking drinking and hilarity like some people in the UK get to wake up on Wednesdays at 4 a.m. and have all this fun. No. It's just me and a dog.
Who?
I won't be fooled again, John. I won't be fooled again.
Before we get into it, my boy Pete, I do not see the YouTubes again, so you're gonna have to check on that. But we got
I always do.
Mr. Jock, who is a little dog in our stereo app, and then just disappeared. So that's cool. And Vivi and Faith and Jules, and obviously Miss Dub. So cheers to all of you. Hit that hop it, pop that packet, tap that pocket.
Sides of serious, two sides of fun, but it's definitely something. It's a lot of something,
isn't it?
You know, and I'm loving each week. You know, last week I didn't get to say too much about how I felt about all the things, and it was so close to home. I really wish I could have just deep dived right into the comment section, but here I am. And if you don't have YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, the effect of 5G is giving with this button-down 70s take that I see my boy John is wearing. I mean, it's impressive, but not to take too much away from the salt and pepper that Pete is supporting. I know you guys, it's not all physical appearance, but I'm over here publicitizing this is just a thing. Shout out to the room, Dub, Julie, Jax, and then the beautiful name. Shout out to the room and the foundation. Is it going to get weird?
Well, it isn't yet, but I swear to God, if we have our way, it will later. Stick around, folks. Faith, we love you. We love you, girl. Hold on. The dog's name is Meatloaf. He's half Mastiff, half Husky. So his eyes are different color, and he weighs 80 pounds. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm all done now, John.
Well, speaking of eyes being a different color, it's time for our first lightning round.
Get round. It's time to get down. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah. Woo. What's up, Johnny L. Peacock? What's up, my boy Pete?
What's up, lightning round guy? Hey, I want you to know you always make a beautiful entrance every single time. I don't tell you that enough.
You know what, man? It's been a hard road that we've traveled these last few years, but I feel like every step has led us closer to this moment with Lightning God. Give the true recognition, appreciation he is due from John L. Peacock, and I appreciate that.
Well, I appreciate you, my friend.
All right, man. Well, enough of this huggy kissy shit. Let's get on with the fucking show. You guys have a good one. Bye.
See you in a little bit.
Man. I don't know. Note to self. Don't smoke before the lightning round. Gotcha.
Note to self, the best way to get rid of a friend is to give him a really weird compliment. Anyway, my boy Pete and everybody else, anyone knows that the first lightning round of the episode is always a standard Q&A. My boy Pete, are you ready for the questions?
All right, bring it on, John. Let's go.
All right, first question. My boy Pete, how do empires expand?
It's when the Rebel Alliance slowly stops pushing and they have time to breathe.
Oh,
And once you get big enough, then you can strike back. Oh, come on, dumb. How do empires grow? You have to absorb. You either negotiate or take over. You absorb. You continue to grow like a mass, like cancer, like a good, solid, malignant cancer.
I mean, I wasn't planning on giving that one to you, but you got to the root of it all, really.
Pulled it out at the end. You didn't think I would get there, John. Sometimes you got to let me talk, and I'll fucking surprise everybody, including myself.
Well, follow up, my boy Pete. Why do empires fall?
Oh. Again, I'm going to go ahead and blame the rebellion.
You're looking at things. Stop looking at things. Don't get distracted. Come on in.
Sorry, I was doing my research. Empires falling. I know that London bridges fell. Nope, that's the wrong thing. This AI is not working. These fucking Google glasses, I'm returning them, John. They're horrible. Empires fall when you get too greedy, when you overstep your bounds, when you can't maintain what you have. You've grown too far, too fast. You're out over your skis, and your home base is not secure. People are unhappy. You have trouble on different fronts. You just can't manage. If you just fucking stay a small cult, John, like a small cult, like a small property somewhere in Idaho, like 50 acres, just a community, John. All we want to do is be left alone. Just small. Keep it that way, That's the way to go.
All right. My boy Pete, why did empires exist?
John, come on. Why does empires are because it's the natural progression. It's two people, then it's a group, then it's a gang, then it's a neighborhood, then it's a block, then it's a sector, then it's like you just grow. An empire, you start dominating, you have your way of life, and you start having your ideas that you're going to perpetuate your lifestyle, your idea of society, your history. You're going to now shape human culture because of how great you think you are. And John, it all amounted from a couple of guys just breaking bottles and fucking stealing hubcaps in the corner. The Roman Empire. It started that way. It's crazy.
Hubcaps weren't even fully invented at that point, but but that's why
John,
the Roman Empire.
come get these chariots. We must invent other things to put these hubcaps on, John. They started at the bottom. Now they're a fucking Roman Empire.
All right. Final question, Libo Pete. Do empires still exist today?
Yeah. I think in empires, and no, I don't think in the same way, because there's now countries, governments, organizations. There's more movements of thought. There's more ideas, movements. It's an empire of an organization moving towards one specific goal that's trying to change society. I wouldn't say an empire necessarily in the same way. No, they don't.
Okay. Yep. I'm gonna give that to you. This is not part of the lightning round. The lightning round is over, but I just kind of have a follow-up question because of how you answered that. My boy Pete.
Who the fuck do you think you are? Well, John, I've been asking myself that quite a bit lately. And that answer you can get next week, Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. Okay, what's your next question?
All right, I was going to move on, but all right. What are the territories of the United States? Not states, but territories.
Oh, shit. There's a.
One very famous one.
Alaskan territory. There's the whole Alaska.
No, that's a state now. That's
Okay.
a state.
Territory. Oh, like the British Columbia? Are you talking about an actual Puerto Rico?
So, yes. Washington D.C. and Puerto Rico. Yep, that's two of them.
Okay. Are you talking about the Samoa, or the inner and outer Samoa? No, that's the labia.
Such with G.
Georgia, that's a fucking country. They're trying to succeed in seceding. They ain't done it yet, John. Guatemala, Guantanamo, Guam.
Yeah.
And like Mauritius, Guam, and yeah, okay.
There's a couple more.
Why are we doing this? This is the worst. Let's talk about the. I'm having fun. Let's talk about my favorite colors, John. First one starts with an R.
In the Caribbean?
3 letters.
In the Caribbean? They might not be experienced.
Where I'm going to go to drown you and hide your body after I deposit the money in the Caymans. Caymans! No.
They might not be experienced. They might be a little inexperienced. They might be...
John L. Peacock.
Completely inexperienced in a certain way.
Gingers.
The
podcast co-hosts. New York residents of Brooklyn. People who don't like buttons. People who don't use shirts. People who are bad at sign language. Shit, are we close? Fucking
Virgin Islands.
Someone get his wallet. Oh yeah, that's right. I think I pretty much nailed it. I think I said that. I said that.
They're real experienced. They like to have a whole lot of different kind of
polyps.
The
You're stuttering today, Junior. Come on, spit it out. Pacific Polynesian. Yeah. Samoa. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
There
Samoa,
you go.
I said that earlier. I said Samoa.
Yeah, but you kind of like negated it.
No, because you're like, no, that's not one. You're the worst at this. You're the worst at this game. Let's play a little game called Guess the Country. And John's not going to tell you what it is. He's going to shake fingers at you when you can't read his body language. This is why animals eat their young, John. This is why animals eat their young, my friend.
This is why I don't do follow-ups on the lightning rounds. Okay, let's have a shot and go to your first segment.
I like to encourage John to shoot from the hip a little more, and when he does, it goes well off the rails. It starts out well. John, you got to have an end result. You got to have like, okay, that's John's fucking side segment. If you hear rustling in the bushes, John's segment, side only. You're good, bud. You're good, bud.
So this is not.
No, it's totally.
Yeah. Many European countries that were considered empires scaled back, got rid of their colonies, what they considered their colonies, which were countries in Africa and Southeast Asia and other different places. A couple of places didn't get detached from certain countries, and most of them were America.
Yeah. It's just like prison, John. We were in prison to hold my pocket. We said, you're a territory. You're going to hold my pocket. You're my bitch, territory. Try and say that in Samoa. Try and pull that off.
Do you speak Wamish?
Fia fussy, oi. Here you go, bud. Cheers.
Cheers. You're welcome for listening, anyone who's still listening. There are no more empires.
God damn,
and we're going to talk about...
You're like a fart in church. You just clear the room. You're like,
this is going to be better because our first segment is about Risk, the history of board game Risk.
Huh. All right, folks. So for all you fucking Hasbro Brothers fans out there, I'm sorry to tell you, it's not your day. This is a Mattel only day. Or Parker. It doesn't matter. You guys were fucked anyway. Here's the deal. You like war and you like games. Somehow this is going to be still a shitty segment for you. I don't know what to tell you. John's going to skirt around all the things that you hope to hear about. And it's going to be just fucking tournaments and who played the first game and in which destinations it was sought after in which years. It's going to be great. I mean, for me to watch you guys miserably suffer through this. I'm ready. Let's do it.
French filmmaker Albert Lamourice designed a board game with simple rules but complex interactions. La Conquête du Monde, the conquest of the world, in 1957.
Les Palmes d'Amour. That was the apples of love, but it did not hit so well, so we went with the conquest one instead.
Well, America said, yeah, and they purchased the rights. Parker Brothers, as you finally got to, Parker Brothers published it with a few small changes as Risk in 1959, 2 years later. It became the first popular game involving strategy, diplomacy, conflict, and conquest.
Yeah, diplomacy, man. I have never played a game of Risk where diplomacy was maintained throughout. There's someone who always tries, and I will be the first one to break. I'm like, dude, for sure. And like, all right, it's a 2-turn alliance. All right, 1 turn in. I'm like, sorry, bud. There's no other choice right now. But at that point, I think it just shows people how to screw someone else quickly and amass troops to screw someone very quickly. I think it trains the sociopaths of the world, John.
I mean, you just kind of, you kind of, I mean, I could talk about tokens and all that stuff, but I think you kind of nailed it because that whole diplomacy thing, who used diplomacy to try to take over the world and sign several treaties in the 30s with other parts of Europe, and then subsequently broke those treaties when Chamberlain, the Prime Minister of the UK, was like, no, I'm sure he's going to stand by this treaty. He signed it. He signed it.
Sudetenland. Well, ask Sudetenland, and then we'll go from there, John. Mm-hmm.
So it's training you to be a Hitler?
I think it's training you to see past everything and to be aggressive, because that's the only way to win. Like, if that's your strategy, sure. Like, I think it encourages it. I think it rewards it if it's done correctly. I think you're punished if you do it poorly. I think it trains you to not overstep your bounds, but it trains you to look for other people's weaknesses. John, I look at this show as a big game of Risk, you know. I bought the rights from Parker Brothers 3 years ago, and so far the game is going well.
My repeat. What's the first rule of war when death is on the line?
never getting involved in a land war in Asia.
That's right. Never start a land war in Asia, my friend. that was the downfall of one Hannibal. Before him, Alexander the Great, and after both of them, that other dude with a silly little mustache.
I'm saying it can't be done. Cannot be done.
And Risk shows us that, because there's so many borders. Right. It's not going to happen.
You just can't hold it. You just can't. Now, what it did teach us is you can fucking hold Australia. And that's worth 3 troops. And I'm fucking taking Australia when I have enough manpower. That's for sure. I'm coming for you.
Australia. Melbourne, you're my headquarters.
Yeah. It's not a fucking... Sorry, go.
All right. Many within Parker Brothers were uneasy about Risk. Sales of war toys were in decline as parents turned against the idea of arming children with plastic guns and other pretend paraphernalia of warfare. The company feared that Risk would also be a victim to the parental backlash. Price was also a concern. Most board games cost around $2, but Risk costs $7.50. Thanks to its large board and the heaps of colored wooden pieces that formed the in-game troops.
Real ammunition. We had tanks of oil in there. And during war times, John, it was very difficult to get oil in the boards. But, you know, God bless them. Parker Brothers found a way. It's those little details, John, that made it such a piece to play with.
And those details of that little bubbling oil in the middle of the Mideast, instead of scaring off customers with Risk's price and military theme, it became one of the hottest games of the year, with more than 100,000 copies sold in its launch year. In the years that followed, Risk sold millions, becoming not only the most popular war game ever devised, but one of the most popular board games of all time.
It is a fun strategy game, and a lot of games are based off of that, of troop movement, of round troop movement, and you have somewhat diplomacy, but that is the first game that truly you see it coming. You see what is happening, and you can start making plans and start talking 2 turns in, as opposed to a lot of other games where... Did I tell you Joey and Scott went to... during Memorial Day, went to Texas for a board game convention. So they played board games in a fucking convention hall for 2 days in Texas.
Was it Warhammer?
It was everything. It was all like just any kind of games you want, and you could just jump into any game. Like, hey, we're starting this over here at these times, and it was just hundreds and hundreds of people. And so whatever games you were into, you could like set your own game, like, hey, we want to play this, and people would come in, or you could walk around and sign up for other games. I was like, that's pretty badass, but I think I could do it for like half a day. I'm like, man, I gotta go smoke weed. I gotta get drunk. Like, I gotta take my shoes off. I gotta lay down. I need to yell at John. This is getting aggressive.
That's why Napoleon, you are not, my friend. You are not Napoleon.
Yeah. Patience. How long does that shit take?
So committed war gamers, like what you're talking about, with lifetime subscriptions to the game The General, might have sneered at the simplistic combat and lack of realism, but their preferred games couldn't match the immediacy of Risk. Quote, "From the very first move, it's competitive," says Philip E. Urbanes, who founded war game
Oh,
publishers Game Science in 1965.
this guy started a war games thing in 65.
No.
From the very first move, strategy comes to play. Hey, man, have you seen the game chess? Not as good as Risk. All right, man. Whatever you say, bud.
Continuing the quote, "You're butting up against somebody and you're attacking them, or they're attacking you. It's not like you sit back and patiently build your army. It's instant action from the beginning, and that's one of the great merits."
Oh, he's playing it wrong, man. You got to build your armies on 2 rolls and take territories, and then start slowly attacking. But just like, oh, I didn't mean to. I had to make a move. It's not me. I'm just a weeping willow. Don't come at me. Don't come at me. Plus, look at these fucking 12 guys I have in Australia. You don't want to fuck with Australia. This shit is mine. But also, I'm a weeping willow.
You put your entire army in Australia. Like, come at me, bro.
100%. You make sure you take you always take Australia first. Like I'm a big believer. Just take that, hold that little continent. You're going to get guys, and then slowly move up. But it's hard because then you got to take Europe. Oof. A lot of people go South America. South America is easier to take or easier to hold once you get it, but it's hard to take, John. It's a lot of, you got to hope people don't think that South America is the way to go. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Don't cry for me, South America. It's just a risk game, I say.
I got a little bit of things. So, who we got in the YouTubes, my friend?
Again, you know, I only see people when they write comments. So we have a handful of people watching, but we have Faye Dog coming in. We got Julie, and she's asking, what have the Romans ever done for us? All right, other than aqueducts and roads.
Indoor plumbing.
Indoor plumbing. All right, other than that.
I know, they suck. I mean, the Republic was good. The Empire.
Nope. At 2, John L. Peacock. At 2, El Peacock.
Yeah.
El Picaco. Yeah. El Picaco. South of the border, he's El Picaco. Dun, 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 dun. El Picaco. Sorry. I'm doing mind movies now. You're like on a go ahead. So you're good. Good. Sorry, go.
No. You can do your mind movies. I need a little bit more time.
Oh, no, good for you, John. I love how it all comes together. When I start having flashbacks, you start having technical difficulties. Ah, yes. It's like a fucking choreographed dance. The stupidity and the technological difficulties seamlessly combine for one stupid performance. Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, you still need a vamp. I got nothing for a while.
Hey, that's good, John. I'm pretty okay with that because you can keep doing that. But this is my favorite part is when you can talk about the things you research instead of reading them. Because tell me about the Romans, John. Tell me about the Ming Dynasty. Tell me about.
Okay, so well, this isn't anything on my research, but let's talk about that. So the cons, right?
Oh, good.
In China, they were some of the first of the expanding empires. We got Alexander the Great out of Greece with the Alexandria, the library that the stupid Romans burnt down and destroyed so much precious knowledge. And then we got
That's
the Romans.
The cons isn't that where Khaleesi came from? She was with the cons, right?
Khaleesi Khan?
Yeah. She took all the horse riders.
What about Shaka?
Oh. What about Amadeus? Rock me, Amadeus. Amadeus. Shaka Khan.
We love you, Amadeus. Oh wait, no, that's Dr. Seuss.
Oh, that's Dr. Seuss. John, is this a good time that I can pour a shot and spark a joint if you're going to take a second? Because it's about time we all gather our thoughts. We've been talking a lot about risk, and it's a little risky at this point to continue without another drink. You know what I mean, bud?
It's risky, but is it risque?
Anything's risque if you do it correctly. Just saying.
I don't know if this is coming back, so that'll be fun. All right, hey, let's have a shot.
All right, bud. Cheers. Pink, pink, pink.
Cheers. No, but I want to settle into this because it might take a while, and also I'm interested. So knowing about that, like our your knowledge, my knowledge of those empires of the past, the sun will never set on the. Finish that sentence, my boy Pete. The sun will never set on the.
Oh,
Don't
is it
disappoint Jules.
It's either Shang Dynasty or the Roman Empire.
Yeah, no, both of those are way off. No, the sun will never set on the British Empire. That was
fuck the British, man.
Queen Victoria.
John, they put beans on toast, John. They can fucking sunset all day. Scott ate a pasty in Cornwall, and then he also got spotted dick somewhere, and it looked like a sad little muffin. He's like, yeah, it's a fucking muffin with raisins. I'm like, it's not even phallic shaped. Like, these people don't even have a fucking sense of humor. The sun will never set on them.
He ate a pasty. I told you he ate a pasty.
Don't let the sun go down on the Roman Empire. Although they eat beans on toast and also stewed tomatoes for breakfast, it's only a fraction of the meals that they will ruin on your visit. That's not true. I'm being rough on the fucking British food.
But you know what that means, right? When they were saying that during the Victorian era, the Queen Victoria's reign, that was the height of the UK Empire.
That they have places in every country across the globe, so the sun is always shining somewhere that is a British colony.
Yeah, isn't that messed up?
Yeah, John. Yeah, you want to see something else messed up? Come here, kids. I'll show you a dead body. That's pretty messed up. Look, and that's after day school camp for me, man. That's fucked up. That's messed up. Hey, man. Hey, y'all want to see a dead body? Hey, man, y'all want to see some? You want to see some facts about the British Empire? Pretty fucked up. Hey, man. You guys like India? Wait till you get a load of these stories.
The Vikings never really had a cohesive empire, though they did conquer quite a bit of parts of Europe. Even some say they were the first Europeans or white people to enter into the Americas in 1000 AD, 400
Hearsay,
years.
John. Hearsay. It's all hearsay, just like you and your black hole theories. You and your string fucking quantum physics bullshit. It's all theories, John. I don't see pictures. There's no fucking doorbell ring cameras of Vikings showing up to the Americas. Look, they're motion activated. Look, this Native Americans ring cam. Oh, there he is. Fucking two Vikings just walking by. Burp, bing, bing, bing. Fucking. Lucky we found that footage, John. Now we know.
Officially, the United States was never called an empire, but it obviously had the same ambition as many of these different entities: Khans, Romans, UK.
The best thing about empires that we all know is empires are not eternal. There's been no time in history where his empire has ever lasted. Once these run their course, they are dissolved by a number of different ways, and a new entity forms. From the ashes rise the phoenix.
Hey!
Or the Fourth Reich. I don't know. I'm just saying, John.
Speaking of that, and I think I'm getting closer to what I can do. Speaking of that, the democracy of the United States of America is older than the democracy, the Republic of Rome, before it turned into the Roman Empire. And so we are actually the oldest, the longest stretching democracy
His truth
in
is
history.
marching on. Come on, John. That's right. We're the longest democracy. Glory, glory, USA. Fuck yeah. We're the longest of the democracies. Gonna go down into some big old fucking flames like every other one before. Come on, you know the rest of the words, John.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
It'll be a peaceful transition
to an empire where the Senate is purely. Wait, hold on. Oh,
hold on. We're gonna have to get robes. I do believe we're gonna need wigs or robes. Here's the deal: when we can write these, listen, we're writing our whole bylaws of what we're moving forward with, and I think number one, everybody who needs to speak before the quorum, because I believe we should be called a quorum, or in quotes the unit. I'm part of the unit, all capitals. It's gonna be great. Hashtag the unit. It's trending. It's not even the fucking Dodgers fucking pitcher, Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson, no, Diamondbacks, baby.
Oh, that's right. He did the big unit, but he did a big publicity push for us when we did the whole takeover and the bylaws. Like, everyone should wear robes and wigs when they speak to the unit. He's like, hi, I'm Randy Johnson. Fucking ace pitcher from the Diamondbacks. Arizona, go, baby. Rattlers. Anyway, y'all are going to wear robes and wigs. The unit demands it. All hail the unit. Fucking Randy Johnson. He's a team player, John. That's one thing we know about him. Team player.
That's why we sold him to the Yankees after we beat them in the 2001 World Series.
Doesn't fucking matter, John. No, it doesn't matter. Listen to you. Quantifying my quality. You're once again, back in his trading card of rookie is now trading for 86 cents more than it was in 2014.
I thought I was qualifying your quantity.
You're yucking my yum, John. Fuck your couch, John. Fuck your couch.
No, but seriously, it's reloading right now. Like, I had to end it, so this is the equivalent of, hey, my iPad just crashed. So we're on stage and we just got to do things. But no, I'm having fun with this. No, seriously. All right, we went to Randy Johnson.
Hey, bud,
do we say that now?
What
about Kurt Schilling?
Shut the fuck. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Hey, I think we're doing good. I'm really enjoying it. Hey, shut the fuck up. It's like on stage. It's like when your iPad goes down on stage. John, when are you carrying an iPad on stage? And when it goes down, when do you talk about it? I think we're doing good. I think things are bad and things are bad. The iPad goes down. It's equivalent to okay, things are good. So Kurt Schilling. You know what, John? I'm going to go ahead and throw this next pitch right at you. I don't give a fuck if you take a base, because this one, you deserve it. If it's a bench clearing brawl, so be it, my friend.
You know, Derek Jeter said he never wanted to take a pitch from not Kurt Schilling, the other one. A-Rod. No, C. Perry. C. Perry. He never wanted to take a pitch from C. Perry because he was so lanky and left-handed.
There you go. But the
Rod
thing is,
Stewart.
I feel like I need to. I'm going to save up money. Like I was going to put my kid through college, but I'm going to save up money and put you into rehab and buy you a computer because this is your drinking and your technology are fucking me up. I'm the drunk one. You're the one who runs shit. You're not doing well on either of those fronts, John.
Hey, I'd say save your money on the rehab, put it into the computer. That'll help us both because I'm just scrambling right here.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of things in your life that it's gonna come with demand. It's like, here's beautiful computer, John. Here's what you have to do for it. Number one, you must travel by train without ticket from New York City to Boise, Idaho. Once in Boise, Idaho, you will hop on a steer. Where you find the steer, that is not my concern. You will ride that to Little Rock. From there, you will get your next set of instructions and the power cord to the computer. It's like John, I got to think about this. This is going to be great. The amount of money and time you spend searching and traveling around for the pieces of your computer, you could have saved up to buy a computer. I'm going to use 12 months of your life fucking taking you continent to continent. Fucking, he gave me the lithium battery, but I can't get it across the border in Botswana. That's right, John. Use your mind. There's an earpiece at your feet. Pick it up, put it in your ear. You have one choice, John. They're coming for the lithium battery. Time to put it in your prison pocket and jump out the window. John, it's going to be great. We're going to make a whole movie. This is when we're going to get optioned off. Like it's hello, Netflix original.
Are you smoking a cigarette?
No, it's a big fuck you joint. It's called a slugger. It came with a trading card. Yeah.
Shiny. Yeah, Slugger. NIT? NIT? Tin?
Yeah.
Oh, it's backwards. It's tin.
Here's the playing card. And it has like, here's the bud, and it's like stats on the back.
Yeah, no, that's too shiny, man. Yeah, there you go. All right. Mint chocolate crisp chip.
Yeah.
You
So
play. You play. 33.
Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous, bro. It's fucking ridiculous. I'm buying weed with playing cards, but it's as big as a cigarette, and it's hash and weed and rolled in keef, and it's like a big fuck you bat. And I was like, yeah, okay. I was thinking it would be like a 3-pack. There's a 5-pack. I'm like, well, I gotta smoke them some. Might as well be now.
Were they half or full grams there?
They're full grams.
Nice.
Yeah. I found this new dispensary that is fantastic, John.
100% legal in California.
100% legal. Yeah, and they have fucking early morning discounts, like early bird specials. Come before 9 a.m. Yeah. I got 35% off my plug and plays. I got like 30% off of these. So I got
what is a
tons
plug and
of shit.
Play?
The cartridges. The fucking vape cartridges.
I didn't realize that was a term for cartridges. The plug and play.
It's a brand name of them.
Oh. I did not know. I apologize.
Yeah, that's and they're fucking monsters. It's like live resin. It's like taking a dab. Like it's not weed smoking. It's like a dab hit. Oof, pretty good. Monster. Yeah. So,
this episode is brought to you by our sponsor, Monster.
It's the thing under your bed and in the back of your mind. Monsters. Monsters. Not like them skeletons in your closet. Motherfucker, we know you got skeletons in your closet. Let's talk about yo skeletons. Hey, since John's not ready to rock, let me go ahead and hijack this episode and let's talk about skeletons in the closet. Here's my boy Pete's thoughts about skeletons in the closet. Sometimes there are skeletons in one's closet. All of those times, they're skeletons for a reason. You got to put all your coats and all your winter shit on top of them skeletons. Those are in the closet skeletons for a reason. Them bodies don't need to be moved. Hallowed territory. Stay safe out there, kids. Ain't that right, John?
That's right. We got a packet to pop. Hit that, and I'm making some progress, I think.
Oh, I can't wait. Hey, one of my favorite things about John's progress is it's slow and steady.
It's slow and steady.
Like the decline of American society. Oh, wait.
Shit.
Beardo.
I have a quick assignment for you too.
Giddy up.
Satyuman Restaurant. Look it up. Watch the video of the walkthrough.
Okay.
Maybe Japanese labeled, but the fact is, it's a walkthrough through not your average themed restaurant.
Okay. John, I'll play that one more time. Saradu?
I have a homework assignment for you too. Satyuman Restaurant.
Saruman restaurant. So, John, think about who is the evil overlord in The Hobbit? Saruman. Hey, you can unmute yourself, bud. Hey, pal, you can come back to the. Hey, adults are done talking. You can go back to the table. All right. Well, until you learned your lesson, you can. But Saruman, is it like Middle Earth based? No, he said Japanese. I love that shit. I love themed restaurants. I love anything. Okay, first off, I'm all about good food. But second, I want an experience. I would almost go for mediocre, like okay food for a fucking awesome experience. Like I was a big, like the stupidest one, but I was a huge fan of Planet Hollywood. It was shit food, shit service, like everything was bad, but it was just so much cool shit. It was just to walk around. That was so cool. Loved it. And you could get fucking athlete's foot from touching the fucking palm prints. I don't know how that works, but go figure. What's your what's your favorite themed experience restaurant, Sean?
Favorite?
Not great, not the best food, not like the best fucking, but a themed like, it was like, whatever the ambiance, whatever the.
I mean, Bubba Gump was a pretty fun one. I knew someone who served there, so that it maybe tasted it. But you had the like run, Forest run.
Yeah.
When you wanted a server to come to you or stop for a stop, you would switch that back and forth.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I like that. I went to one in LA called Opaque, and it was they had blackout curtains, so they had taken over a whole like ballroom in a Hilton or some restaurant or some whatever. Spondy, what up, bud? And they had put blackout curtains all through the restaurant or all through the room. So once you get in, you can't see anything. And all the servers are blind. So your server comes out and you have to get in line and everyone touches the shoulder of the person or the elbow of the person in front of them. And your server takes you to the table and seats you total. You can't see your hand in front of your face. And they seat like 4 or 5 different tables. And there's like 6 people at a table and they come and serve you and you get whatever you pre-order of what your stuff is. They come and give you chicken or beef, or you get cocktails. They give you your own water. So you have to pour your own water. It's like, put your finger in it and do this. This is it was fucking crazy because everyone it was so loud when you got in there because everyone's so nervous, and then it got real fucking silent, like creepy silent, and like people are whispering, and then people started fucking around, and like, yeah, it was crazy. It was a great experience. It was crazy.
That one's like a social experiment.
Right. Yeah, the one where you had to blindfold and then stab the meat, and then there was a dead guy in front of you, and then like they blindfold you again and serve you these amazing ribs. Like you feel guilty, but like I helped cook dinner, so it was kind of a social experiment, but also pretty tasty, you know.
And I helped.
Shake and bake. Fucking John, how you doing there, bud? Or should I have other things to say. I got Spondy's here. Fucking Spondy's drinking. I feel like we need to do a shot for Spondy. You got nothing else to do, John.
Let me. I got the side part. Chug a little bit.
Oh my god, are you dying? What happened? Are you okay? Just blink once for yes, twice for I'm stupid.
Wait.
Wait
close.
for it.
Wait for it. Great.
John, this is.
I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do. You know what?
The options are: do you want to 1. Open a read-only copy, 2. Create a local copy and merge your changes later, or 3. Receive notifications when the original copy is available.
Read only, motherfucker. Are you an idiot?
Read-only it is. That is a little bit of a choose your own adventure.
Wait, what did I say? I meant
Oh,
none of the
no.
above.
Hold on.
Hey, can you back that up? Fucking see, folks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all motherfucking ages. We are the two-sided pod. I'm my boy Pete in Southern California, and John L. Peacock is a big dumb ginger in Brooklyn.
Hey.
I'll be ordering for the ginger in this week's segment. I'll be having a side of hilarity with a little bit of whiskey and rum. My friend here will have technical difficulties and failure abounding, and also the best weed you have. Thank you.
Let's do a shot.
Here you go, bud. Don't narrate your failures. We can see it on your face. Bink, bink, bink.
Macau. Oh, you're welcome for listening.
Cheers, Spondy. Cheers to you, Spondy.
Cheers to Spondy. What is Spondy doing? Why do you keep on cheersing Spondy?
We were doing a shot because Spondy said cheers and threw up cocktails, John. You can't see the YouTube and you can't read social signals.
Cheers to Spondy, and that's going to lead us to our next lightning round.
Lightning round! It's time to get down! Come on, yeah! Woo! What's up, John L. Peacock? What's up, my boy Pete?
What up, lightning round guy? How you doing? How you been since about the 2.5 hours since we saw you last?
Oh man, I've been doing good. I was listening in the background. It sounds like the best show I heard so far. There was none of the bullshit, shenaniganizing. It sounded like all the things I wanted to hear about. Holy shit! Woo! Yeah, baby.
I appreciate that. I do all the research for that other stuff, right?
All right, man. Well, it's good to have hobbies. Y'all have a good show. Take it sleazy. Bye.
Bye.
No, man.
He's just vicious.
He says it like it is. He preaches a lot of truth. I'm just saying. Go ahead, John. What do you got for us? That'll lead us right through the next lightning round.
C Windows. Okay, that went away. This is one of your favorites and mine of the lightning round segments. That's right. It's Bizarro My Boy Pete Answers. Bizarro My Boy Pete Answers. That's where I asked Bizarro My Boy Pete, who would say essentially the opposite the negative to the positive to the negative of the answers of our regular My Boy Pete, because we're in
Not
the
to be
bizarre world.
confused. There we go. Bizarre world. Not to be confused with the negative, My Boy Pete, which such things don't exist in this plane of existence.
Yeah, it's another universe. It's another existence.
Right. Multiverse, John. Multiverse. We're almost there, bud.
Bizarre
All
My
right.
Boy Pete, are you ready for the questions?
No, John. I am never ready.
Fantastic. Let's get started. Bizarre My Boy Pete. How do empires expand?
Empires expand by playing it safe, John. You control a block. You stay close to your block. When you're an empire all the way. You keep it close to the vest. On the block, you will stay. Don't go too far. You're an empire now. Don't leave the block, because then things will get crazy somehow. You grow slowly from block to street now. And then you realize street is too big, so you retreat to block now. Slowly but surely you make your way, then you retreat 2 steps forward, then less you make play. Come on, John, empires can't stop it now. Little man, you're an empire. Little empire, stay small now. When you're an empire, stay quiet. Growth will come.
I love that so much. I have a follow up. Bizarre My Boy Pete, where's your block? Like what country? What continent? What area is your block in?
It's more of a mental block, I'd like to say. It's somewhere around the left and right hemisphere. I would say around my medulla oblongata. It is the id intensifier. Hence, there is no inhibitor. Hence, Tuesday night.
Second question. Bizarre My Boy Pete, why do empires fall?
Here's the deal. Empires fall because they stay too small for too long. The thing is, small growth at a casual pace. Have you ever seen ice move, John? Glacier movement? Inches. Have you ever seen a water fall slowly, drip down a mountainside to a rock, and over years, hundreds, thousands even, that rock becomes a valley, John? Glacial. That's the kind of movement empires need. When they're not moving that fast, that's when they die.
I actually have seen glaciers move, but that's really recently, and they move a lot faster than what you're talking about because they're sliding into the ocean.
Well, back in my day, the glaciers had time, John. Everybody took a little more time. Glaciers didn't have cell phones. They weren't late for appointments. Oh, look. Fucking, I got a new fucking podcast. Ooh. Fucking monster.com called me. They said, we're out of business. It's like, almost had a job. I said,
What'd you say?
I said, you mean the ones under your bed or the ones in the back of your mind? And they said, ooh, good call. We should make another website. And I was like, well, make sure you don't have any skeletons in your closet. And they said, deja vu. And I said, who? I said, that's French for yep. And then we moved on from there. Wait, what was the question?
No, that's good enough. There were Bizarro, My Boy Pete. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is Bizarro, My Boy Pete. Turns out we don't need technical difficulties to completely
You know what?
derail.
No, man,
this
that's part of the
episode.
goddamn charm, man. It's the fucking technical difficulties that make us not making the mint. We should be in the goddamn history books. John. I'll say it once and I'll say it again. We're a fucking brilliant team. You finish my
Burritos. Everyone knows that, and turns out I actually didn't have any technical difficulties.
All right, fair enough.
I was seeing how long you can stall.
Oh, I didn't think about that, dude. What are you talking about? No, those I was talking about the ones you experienced for the last half hour. That I was ready to keep going, John. That was no. Yeah, and another thing, John. No.
Oh wait, my Word document has frozen again. Okay, no, Bizarro.
Yeah, here we go. No.
Why did empires exist? Bizarro, my wiki.
Back in the olden days, John, everybody had hobbies. Some people were cobblers. Some were coopers. I knew a family of all haberdasherers, John.
Appreciate that.
But there was a small faction of colony collectors scattered across the globe, but they collected colonies. And that is how empires, after the colonies were slowly collected and made into more colonies, little by little. But it was a collection. It was a hobby. It was they met on Sundays. It started as a little ad right under Missed Connections in the local World Times.
Like group therapy style, something like that.
Yeah. Immersion therapy, shock therapy, but yeah, it was anyway, yeah, and that's the long and short of it. Yes.
Shocking, really. And no joke here, but you just connected hoarders, like an OCD symptom of hoarding, the hoarders, to the hordes of people who colonized.
Well, John, that's where it
Collect,
actually stems from.
collect, right?
I have, he has, she have.
I want.
I want, they want, we want. I hoard, me hoard, more of my hoard.
Are all of those pronouns actually you?
Yeah, well, when it comes to hordes, you know me, John.
You're
I just can't get enough. I'm a hoarder. Hoarder. I'm a hoarder. Hoarder. Anyway, folks, we are the Two-Sided Pod. We don't answer many questions. We'll answer
But when we do,
John, when we do, they're dumb as fuck. We got Joey out in the group here. Fucking good to see you, bud. August Davis, how y'all been? Always a pleasure. It only gets worse from here, folks. Hold on to your butts. Bizarre, my boy Pete.
Bizarre, my boy Pete. One last question. Do empires still exist today?
100%. Me and this dude Kevin at work, our desks are close to get together. We call ourselves the Empire of Badasses. Right? We're slowly taking over our fucking floor on the unit. And once we do, like, it's a slow start, but when we do, John, we're gonna have territories all over, and that fucking building will be ours. Fucking Empire. Thanks, Kev. We're gonna get him, bud.
All right, let's get out of that. Anyway, the next thing we got going on, because I have no transition possibility in my bone, we got the short going on. Mike and Pete, what is the short segment?
Oh, here we go. John's gonna read a story from a single source. He's gonna read the headline. He's gonna read it. After he reads it, he's gonna put a timer on the clock. It's gonna be 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Who cares? John's gonna fucking 5 minutes. He's gonna put a timer on. He's gonna put a timer. It's gonna be annoying as shit. We're gonna try to guess the timer, and John's gonna let it play for too long. But as we talk about that, we're gonna see what we both feel about it. If anyone knows about it, anyone being me or him, because he already fucking knows. Fuck him. How come you get to pick all the topics? Fuck off, John. Anyway, and then at the end, we'll have a little button to push, or no, we'll be able to put a button on it. It won't be a hard end. And 5 minutes on the clock after John fucking reads this headline. Ready, folks? I know you are. I am too. Let's go.
Before I start the timer, I always say the headline: Russian warships to arrive in Havana next week, say Cuban officials, as military exercises expected. You ready, my puppy?
Holy shit. Okay. Yeah. Goddamn.
And
Goddamn.
4 Russian warships, including a nuclear-powered submarine, will arrive in Havana next week, Cuban officials said Thursday, citing, quote, historically friendly relations, end quote, between both nations as tensions escalate over Western military support for Ukraine in its war with Russia.
Holy shit, John. That's your fucking, I somehow I didn't, I was too busy reading the fucking local U.S. Weekly. Okay, holy shit, John. This is Red Dawn Part 2.
Yeah.
This is where. Holy shit, this is awesome. I mean, horrible, but.
I mean, awesome and awesome. It brings awe, right? The announcement came a day after U.S. officials said that Washington had been tracking Russian warships and aircraft that were expected to arrive in the Caribbean for military exercise. They said the exercise would be part of a broader Russian response to the U.S. support for Ukraine.
Folks, fucking smoke them if you got them. I don't mean to be the fucking bearer of bad news, but it's time to fucking get that DMT, fucking kiss your boss on the mouth, fucking kick your neighbor in the nuts, call it a week, man. Woo! All right, maybe not this soon, but get all that shit ready. Like fucking figure out who you want to kiss, who you want to kick, and who you want to do your DMT with. Because that day is a coming, my friends. Holy shit.
That's a much better game than the other one I know with the 3 posturing. So kiss, kick, and DMT with, right?
Yeah. Well, that's the end of the world game, John. It's not the fucking party game. Who wants to get married at a party? Right? And I'm saying we've all fucked and we've all done the other once or twice. I mean, no one's a saint. Am I right? But Mary, Jesus Christ, John. Yikes.
And Joseph. All right. These exercises will likely include Russian long-range bombers flying along the U.S. East Coast, according to CBS News national security correspondent David Martin. Russian warships have made port calls in Cuba before, and warplanes have flown along the East Coast in the past as well, but this will be the first time in 5 years both will happen at the same time, Martin said.
Julie, just come to the West Coast, but go the long way around. Like, don't go to New York first. Like, go the long way and come over here. I mean, still come and visit, but don't go that way. Oof. John, that's a little off-putting, I'll be honest.
Here's some good news. Martin, same guy, noted the presence of 4 warships in Cuba, quote, pales in comparison to the size of the exercises in the U.S. Military has been the U.S. military has been conducting with its NATO allies in Europe. So this is not considered in any way a direct threat to the United States. End quote.
No, of course not. No, nothing to see here, folks. Don't worry about this shit. It's fucking business as usual. John, you better get ready for borscht, my friend. I don't see any other way around it, bud. I don't know, man. This is a bad fucking 80s film. This is there's no threat to the American people. We stand by our ways.
We have treaties.
John.
A two-turn treaty.
At 2 turn treaty. John.
Still,
John.
the U.S. military will be tracking the exercises, quote, very closely, end quote, Martin said. While the U.S. presence in the Caribbean is currently very light, the presence of military bases all along the East and Gulf coasts means the U.S. could send ships and aircrafts to the area quickly, if necessary, Martin said.
I mean, if we have time, there's a party at the Officers Club. So once that's over, I'm going to finish my sandwich. I'm going to make a phone call. And I'm going to head right over. Right there. Scramble, they mean like a few minutes, right? I got shit to do. Oof, John. I know it's much better than that. I know you want to have a sense of it's just disconcerting, John. It's just disconcerting that it's just disconcerting. So I want to start building the compound. I mean the resort in Idaho.
Compound at this point.
No compound. That if everything goes well in this whole Cold War situation we have, the military fronting that we are enduring right now, if it all goes well, and I'm calling it a compound once we're established, John, it's not going to look well for the people living there. I'm just saying we're a community. We just want to be left alone. Also, if you want to talk, I forgot who it was. The group, doesn't matter, John. If you want to talk, you got to put on a robe and a wig. Call back. I don't remember what it's for, but I remember that part. Folks, that's how you lose a train of thought.
Let's go into our final segment and get out of this part, because I think we really belong in the green room right now.
Let's go, buddy. Edit yourself and don't let the computer do it for you.
Oh, it almost did. It was starting to, never mind. I won't. Tell people what happens right now. So they can still leave messages, but
if you do, we will find you. We have a certain set of skills, and you will rue the day that you interrupted the goddamn genius that is John L. Peacock's final segment. Ain't that right, John? Wait, no. Let me try again. Say it again. You start me off. Start me off again. Start again. Say it again.
People can still leave messages, but
if you do, John's going to find your address and pull at least 1 out of 10 and come and give you a mouth kiss. That's a fucking promise. Mouth kiss from a shirtless ginger.
I'm not shirtless. Come on.
Well, no, when you travel across country, John, it's in a hot van. You're going to be shirtless.
Oh, well, also, yeah. If there's humidity.
Also, the fun part we're going to do is we're just going to give him the block that the address is on, and he has to go house to house kissing people until he gets the right one. It's going to be a little game called John Gets Assaulted in the State of Delaware. John Gets Assaulted in Ohio. John Gets Assaulted in New York. John Gets Assaulted in Florida. John Gets Assaulted.
It's kind of an homage to the Debbie Does series, but not direct. Like it goes down for Catcher in the Rye. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna play him. We're gonna play him in these formats. both formats.
Oh, yeah,
but
sorry, right.
we're going to quote unquote end the show and then continue with the green room. It's all the same thing. So don't worry. If you leave a message, you're going to get it played.
100%, quote unquote. John, one of the things we worked on in character work is no hands. Please keep your hands down. Less hands, more face. Show me disturbed. Okay, no hands. Not mentally. Disturbed, emotionally. Come on, Jesus, John.
This is my normal face. Why are you saying mentally? Let's do a shot because we're going to finish with a nice, serious little topic. Ready?
Can't get much more serious than it already is. Fuck off, John.
Cheers. Hey, everyone. You're welcome for listening.
He's so
because we're gonna talk about Cocaine Mitch McConnell's D-Day speech.
Why don't you use your words again and say it one more time?
We're gonna talk about Cocaine Mitch McConnell's.
Cocaine Mitch McConnell?
Yeah, that's his nickname. He loves it. He loves that nickname.
Okay.
Cocaine Mitch.
Okay.
McConnell.
Okay.
His essay that he wrote for the 80th anniversary of D-Day.
Okay. All right. Well, folks, if you like the two-sided topics, well, you'll fucking love this one. If you're like the majority of us who can't stand anything that is discussed in the show, well, you're not alone here. Folks, we're going to bear down and just kind of bear it. Just grin. Just hold fast. Leave messages if you want. We will be playing in the green room after John is done spouting this nonsense at us. And then we'll all be back to our normal senses. I apologize for what's about to take place, and may have God have mercy on all of our souls. John, over to you, pal.
So you're essentially saying, no matter how you enjoy or disenjoy this show, it's going to be a little bit more of the same.
Yeah, I mean, however you feel, you're going to get some of it. The motto of this show is everybody gets some. Hey, what do you want? That's what you're going to get. Fucking hate these guys. Well, you're going to fucking hate this. Fucking love John. You're going to fucking love this then. Can't break what's broken, motherfucker. Damn straight.
Outgoing Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, Republican from Kentucky, warned of the parallels between current global tensions and those of the 1930s in an essay on the 80th anniversary of D-Day.
Thus far, it sounds good, John.
It is good. Pete,
let's continue.
There's a couple
look at your face.
I was expecting you to know all of this. The last one, you're like, wait, what? There's Russian submarines coming?
Bro.
You had no idea?
Bro, you do not understand the world I'm living in the last 2 weeks. When I say that I'm fucking fucked up, I'm not sleeping and I'm not able to do my normal things. I'm just like, burr, 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 burr. I spend time at the Karen Reed murder trial and I fucking try and stay awake at work and not cause any fucking fatal accidents any more than they already come to me as. I'm just saying.
I love that I'm actually surprising you with a couple of these. So yeah, this also happened. Quote, American soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines joined allies and took the fight to the Axis powers, not as a first instinct, but as a last resort, wrote Kentucky Republican in an op-ed for the New York Times this past Thursday. Quote, they ended a war that the free world's inaction had left them no choice but to fight, end quote.
Okay. Yeah, thus far I'm with it in that setting, in that world. Yes. You
All right.
don't live in that world anymore, Mitch. Thus far, I'm with you, but I see a problem.
Right, and he's saying he's warning against that, right? So, against those who were not wanting to join what we now know as World War II. To continue, the Republican leader has previously made clear his intention to focus the rest of his time in the Senate on championing support for Ukraine, following his lengthy stint as party leader. His support for Ukraine. He announced his plan to step down from leadership role in February, but is yet to say whether he will seek Senate re-election in 2026.
Jesus, he'll be what, 104?
Ish, yeah, give or take.
Oof. My God, it's that goddamn clean Kentucky living. It's those fucking 7 herbs, secret herbs and spices and whiskey. Get you through the day. Oof.
So, according to him, when D-Day is reflected upon, people are quick to forget that the significant toll was incurred, quote, because European powers and the United States met the rise of a militant authoritarian with appeasement or naive neglect in the first place, end quote.
Okay. All right. Thus far, I'm with you. I'm waiting for the turn, John.
I mean, yeah, it's fun that you don't know this. So on D-Day, a little stats, June 6th of 1944, 4,414 Allied troops died. 2,501 of them were
They mattered little to our own security and prosperity. Mhm. As they do. Yeah, well, John, John is totally frozen. I didn't want to stop him in the middle of a good John rant, but you were frozen. You were 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 fr but people are commenting in the YouTube, so I'm just addressing it, John. So I'm gonna let you keep going. I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyonce had the best fucking album of the year. So people were saying John is frozen. I was mimicking you on the frozen, and then you totally disappeared, but you're still gone. You're going to come back. Anyway, continue because we're all mid pucker. Yeah, all them kisses like a fucking ass kisser he is. Fucking John. Let's go. Keep going, bud. You'll come back. Yeah, that's yeah. And did he go on to list them? List them, LIST. T as in Tom, T as in tsunami. Okay, all right. So he gave a vague calling out, but he didn't say specifically what the actions were that were similar or mimicking those that caused it in the past. Right. Well, see, government wise, yes. Generally. Yes. Ooh. Okay, so not to we're just getting a little feedback. So when you froze, you didn't have any audio on YouTube. So there's no audio. Stereo's fine, but nothing on YouTube. Anyway, all right. All right. Yeah, that's super good to know. So everyone out there, John has now confirmed. He's like, no, you still have audio. So correct, John. Anytime you go out, I need to make sure that I need to make sure I'm talking more, John. Do I get to talk more whenever you're off? John. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, when John has technical difficulties, I get to shine. That's right, folks. It's my little fucking moment in the sun because John's back and he's going to ruin everyone's fun by talking about, by talking about, by talking about. MFA is here. She's watching Pete have a one-sided conversation. Hey, look at this fucking guy. Hey,
Littering
ladies
and
and gentlemen,
littering and
John. You know what? We're gonna take a GoFundMe to get John a worse internet connection. We're gonna kill 5G on his block for his entire Brooklyn block. We're just gonna cut it all, fuck his couch, because that way I get my moment to shine every Tuesday for at least an hour by myself. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, you like magic? Well, who cares? Because I'm gonna show you magic. Also, I want to learn magic. That's the thing.
littering and
Smoking the reef.
asked to comment on McConnell's essay. The White House directed Spectrum News to Biden's D-Day commemoration speech Thursday in Normandy, France. In it, the president agreed with McConnell about the dangers of I can't look at it. Isolation.
Yeah, it's like the
I
triangle.
can't look at it.
Fucking.
It's,
Yeah, think about a right and an obtuse, and then just fill in the blank about the people who are doing it that triangle way.
right.
Isosceles.
No, isolationism.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Isolationism.
Yeah, don't be obtuse, John.
I'm pretty acute. if you know what I mean.
No, actually, I fucking don't. I really don't.
Biden did not speak about increasing U.S. military spending, but said, quote, America has invested in our alliances and forged new ones, not simply out of altruism, but of our own self-interest as well, end quote. Biden's fiscal year 2025 budget proposal includes $300 billion to revitalize the American defense industrial base, which the White House says would benefit U.S. military readiness and help create and sustain jobs in dozens of states.
Hashtag make Mitch freeze again. Fucking I love you, MFA. Fucking love you.
Yeah, that sounded too good to be you. It was too good
Shut
to
your
be
goddamn-
you.
It's just too good to be you. You're so dumb, that is you. Can't leave you alone in a crowd. You will choke yourself in a funeral shroud. There's no pallbearer to be had, 'cause you're drinking like your dad. Shit's gonna go worse just from here, like it does every year.
The sources, sources of this episode of Two-Sided have been, first segment, museumofplay.org, the history reader, boardgamegeek.com, backthenhistory.com, and SEPA. Second segment, Fox News, New York, One News, The Hill, and short, CBS News.
I'm just too drunk. How about you? I think if it's quite all right, I'll do a shot here with you. Come on, John, it's a Tuesday for me, even though it's not for you. Come on, John! You know the rest of the words. Drink them up if you got them. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Cheers, everybody.
Bink, bink, bink.
Cow. And of course, we're finally jumping into one of your favorite segments and mine and My Boy Pete's. That's right. It's now time for My Boy Pete. What's the through line?
Through line. Through line. Let the big dog hunt. Meatloaf's a good boy. Nope. Who's good pup? Sorry.
All right. First
segment. Risk. Second segment. Short is Red Dawn Part 2 in New York.
Essentially.
Third is Mitch McConnell woke up long enough to write a paper.
And not a bad one. Hey, don't be isolation.
Don't be an isosceles, you acute fucking obtuse motherfucker. All right, so enough of the triangle jokes. Let's get down to brass tacks. Risk. It's we're fucked. I think it's militarily we are fucked. I think what you're trying to say is everybody get your go bags. The code word is Rochambeau. We'll see you in Canada.
Yeah, that's right. My boy Pete. The through line is we're all at risk here.
There we go, folks. Folks, is a little too on the nose by using the name of the first segment in the answer, but what do we expect? He's a ginger. He can't be taught new tricks. Folks, that is our show. I'm My Boy Pete in Southern California. John's going to give a whole rundown of the things.
Well, before we go, you jumped the gun a little bit, and that might be part of what you want to retract here. But is there anything from this episode, My Boy Pete, that you'd like to take a second glance at, a second look, a second thought, a second opinion? This is Pete's Retraction Corner.
Well, John, I rarely make mistakes in the show, but when I do, I stand behind them. I stand beside them. I usually push them in front of myself. They take one for the team. I get out scot-free. John, what I'm trying to say is I have a lot of dummies, a lot of doppelgangers of stupidity I like to throw out, take the fall. John, I am but a pawn in this show. John, I am a vessel from which the truth is spoken. John, I cannot stress enough that I am not at fault for what is said or done in this show. John, I am a product of my environment. It could be argued in a court of law there is a sort of possession at hand. And allegedly, I don't know if I was ever in my right mind, John. So no, I'm going to stand by everything I did. Scout's honor. Fucking, I knew a scout once. Fucking, I swear in his honor.
Since none of us can ever stand with what you did, my boy Pete and everybody else, thanks for listening. We have our open chat show continuing for those listening and watching live on stereo and on YouTube right now. So if you are hearing this live, regardless of the platform, stick around. And if you are hearing it later and you want to join us in our green room for our after show wind downs, or want to throw some topics out there, email two-sidedpod@gmail.com. That's TWO sidedpod@gmail.com. That's
I
a
dare
wrap for
you.
today. I'm John L. Peacock out in Brooklyn, New York.
I dare you from Southern California. This is my boy Pete throwing that out. Fuck yeah.
And this was our show. You can eavesdrop wherever you get your podcasts and even join us live, both on our YouTube channel, handle at two-sided-pod, all one word, as Pete likes to point out, no underscores.
What do you got about underscores? Why can't we use an underscore every now and again? What has
No.
underscores ever done to you, John? Man,
It underscores us. It literally, the name underscores us.
that's what's awesome. Who are those
And the
guys?
stereo app every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, as we talk about the two sides of life, the serious and the fun, here on Two Sided. I love you, Pete.
Play that underscore music, John. I'd like to thank everyone who made this possible. Everyone out there. Fuck off, John. And holy shit, folks. That's right. Nope, not yet. Doesn't matter. We're now in the green room if John ever gets out. Fuck it. We're in the green room. Hey! Hey, everybody. It's just like John froze again. Hey, knock, knock. Who's there? John's internet connection. John's internet connection who? John's internet connection is being mailed through the USPS because this is bullshit. I feel like they knock on the door. They need a signature to deliver his fucking ups and downs. What do they call them? The packets. There's packet loss on your end, John. You're a pack. Hey, you lost a packet. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a fucking two-sided time. And that's what we get Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. Folks, we are now officially in the green room. John L. Peacock is running to the little girl's room the little ginger room to powder his nose. Once he comes back, we'll be able to play some messages. We'll get really, into the heart of the matter, just to really get into what drives John, what motivates him to really come up with the things he does. And speaking about segues, folks, if we raise a GoFundMe to make John's internet connection worse, we should also use the leftover money to send John to Segway Camp. What Segway Camp, you may ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. That leads me to a little commercial. One of our sponsors proudly presents Segway Camp, a place for gingers to learn the art of segways. No, that's not it. It's a bad example. But seriously, John, I see you in the audience. Are you just trying to get the listenership up? Because one ginger is worth like, it's that whole 3/5 rule, right? You're, some people are more equal than others. Ain't that right? John, get in here. At least come in so I can give you the star. All right. But let's get back to when John froze out, because I felt we hit on some pretty good topics there. What is a good Beardo came in and said he went to Sarimon, which should be Japanese, but he said it's not. It's like more experiential. What is a good restaurant or anything that's experience, like a walkthrough tour of a fucking, because you know how you go through those things in Vegas, like, oh, come through here, it's the Titanic, or come through, well, that's a fucking museum. That's a bad example. Why am I asking these questions, John? Because you're not going to let me play messages till you come in. This is where the times in life that I question not only my choices, but oh, he came in and then went out. That's good. That's good, bud. I question my technological skills to make the choices I need. There we go. Jesus Christ. Here he is, folks. Your friend and mine. Holy shit. What happened? Dude. The fuck? Is this gonna work? I'm sending you an invite now because your shit's not working. How does your phone not work? Your phone and your computer? How does none of your shit work? Like, I get it when some of your shits don't work, but all your shits? Man, that's a rough road. I don't know who you fucking pissed off in the technological world that is. Dude, send it. Come on. I see you trying to come in. Or close the app and then come back in again. It's like a child wandering into a movie, folks. John L. Peacock. A man about town, a man of mystery, man of many wonders, but a man of few technological skills. The funny thing is, this guy runs a theater nonprofit group out of New York, right? Great theater project. It's called it's called something. Anyway, I should know. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's a bunch of, like, there's a lot of older people that come on, and he does it during the pandemic. He did it all in Zoom. So the first 10 minutes of every show was John walking people who were like 60 and 65 and above how to turn their Zoom shit on. And it was stunning. It was great to listen to and watch. But he was like, he's so patient. He's so, like, look at him, so knowledgeable. And then you realize you come into situations like this, like, man, you're a one-trick pony, man. You're a flash in a pan. You're like the forgotten Backstreet Boy. Hey, bud, are you there? We can hear you. Holy shit. Okay, can you did you turn your thing on so I can mute and play his messages, or what are you doing? All right, so Joey has piped in on the best experiential. One of my favorite things that he said too He went to Medieval Times. It's a great place. They have, I think, in Florida, there's one. We have one in Anaheim. But you come in and you get your fucking picture taken on the throne with the king or queen, and you can buy that picture, and then you sit at a table and you get to root for like either red color, blue color, and you're rooting for a knight, and you eat. Hey, yeah. So unfortunately, John is away from his YouTube right now. He's, I don't know, screaming at the neighbors, doing something. But once he comes back to his computer, he finally came into YouTube or into stereo. But you got to lure him back. It's like giving a little trail of fucking breadcrumbs, like catnip. Fucking get him back in the room. It's coming. I promise. He's a lot. Fucking Medieval Times. So you sit there and you sit in these like old medieval like bench seats, and a big ass chicken leg, and they feed you your drinks in like grog mugs, and like you eat with your hands, and there's like it's just screaming, yelling, and there's sword play and fucking knighthood, and like it's great. It makes you want to go out and do a lot of pillaging. I found when I left there, I had pillage on my mind. You know what I mean? And it's very difficult when you're driving through some of those neighborhoods in Anaheim. Like I feel like there has been a lot of people leaving Medieval Times and doing a lot of pillaging, because I've seen what happens outside these areas, and I don't blame them. I'm in. Exactly. Fucking, we got to lead John back with little bits of pasta and fucking glasses of whiskey. Come here, boy. Here, boy. Come back to the microphone. Hey, bud. Hey, people want to hear you talk, pal. Here's some booze for you. Who wants pasta? Who's a big dumb ginger? It's all about the tone of voice you use. You can say whatever you want. If you say, hey, John, you're a big stupid bastard. Johnny, fuck your couch. Come here, bud. Johnny, John L. Peacock. See, no response. It's like a comatose patient. You can do whatever you want with them. Yeah, just don't. $20. Just don't leave any marks on him. There he is.
Hi.
There's your big slack jawed face. Look at you. You're a big dumb animal. All right, let's pop through some of these. Yeah, here we go.
Hey guys, it's been a few weeks since I've been on stereo, and I don't think I've actually ever really listened to your show. I just kind of pop in and go, huh, and then move on. So I got it. And I love you guys. It's cool. So I'm in, not sure for how long, so I just wanted to drop the message and say hey, and thank you, and everybody have a great night.
Hell yeah. Amy. Another converted, John. We didn't even have to do the altar call. Converter. Hey, it's not one of those catalytic kind we steal out of those cars in the fucking parking lot. But hey, we didn't have to do an altar call, man. That was great. Amy, it's good to see you again.
I normally don't pop back in so early in the messages.
You need to.
But yes, I needed to for this because I am following back.
In general.
Shut your mouth. Follow back right now. Because I bet you didn't. I don't think she followed us until tonight. But I love that she followed us at some point, and I followed back right now. Woo! Seriously, thank you. Yeah, we're a bunch of silly bastards.
John, speak for yourself. I'm all business. Fucking, and business is good, bud. Fucking good. All right, here we go.
You guys ever have a fart that is like so abundant and like you just gotta let it go?
Ooh.
And so you do, and you realize, oh shit, that's a diarrhea fart for sure.
Uh-huh.
That's how I feel about Donald Trump.
You know what? I'm with you. It's all sorts of there's all sorts of vitriol reactions for all sorts of political figures. Believe you me. Yes. I spend all the electoral debates and during that season in the vomitorium just in case. You never know. Here we go. Oh, hell yeah.
I don't know, not.
Country, what up, man?
I'm about to say, hope you're having a great night.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah. There he is. Good to see you, brother. How you been, man? Oh, shit. Nope. Those are nothing.
Oh, two-sided podcast. Yeah, that's cool. The fun, the serious, and Pete's raging. All right. Hashtag comedy. Hello, my boy Pete. How are you? John L. Peacock. How are you? Mind Fox. How are you? How are you? Dog. How are you?
Fucking, you're the worst.
How are you?
You're the worst.
Vivi Wozniak, how are you?
You're the worst.
Amy, Kelly,
You
how
guys.
are you? Reindeer Spawn, how are you?
You're the fucking worst. Jesus Christ. You guys, anyone who knows exactly what John L. Peacock just did, and that is the worst. John, I am shocked, appalled, and a little bit proud. I'm I didn't see it coming from you, bud. You're the nice one in this fucking conglomeration. Right now, you just stepped up and fucking pushed that fucking kid's face in the sand. Fuck you, kid. Cause fuck your couch. Hell yeah, bud. Good for you. Way to grow a pair. That's what we like.
But, penis, butt, penis.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, that's all we have, folks. That's all the messages we actually need to ever play. How do you fucking all right.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, they were bad.
No, they're nothing there. You're
Saying that's what took me so long. My first attempts were null and void.
folks. How many roads must a man walk down before he finds one he can run John L. Peacock over with? And no one can see. The answer, my friend, is on Two-Sided once again. Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. 4 a.m. Greenwich Mean Standard Time.
How many
All right, let's talk about
must a John L. Peacock be before he can actually fly? You know?
No, yeah, none. Yeah, way to use your own name. Way to name drop and use your own name 4 times in it. Jesus Christ.
What do you got?
John.
What do you got?
Let's
what do you
talk.
got?
Hey, bud, take a breath. I got a lot of stuff. I got all sorts of things, John. Let's name the worst Jersey Shore to go to when you have time to go for lunch.
Myrtle Beach.
No, I meant in which country?
Oh, wow.
I know.
I default.
I'm not over it. I'm not over it. The thing is, John, I'm not over it. Just not over it.
You know, their slogan is it's a 3-pronged stool and is push us, we will not fall.
You know, Pusha T, his slogan was the first one's free. So interesting.
Probably came from Jersey. Yeah.
Weird. It's all circular. I'm not that upset. I was super jealous. Like, and the food looked good. The food looked good. I do. It's a
Do you know what a
when I
channel
first
is?
saw it. When I first saw it though on the thing, she was going to Jersey. Like, what the fuck? The fuck? I was like, oh, okay, all right, fair enough. Better Jersey than the one you would have gone to, but okay, good.
The original
Glad
Jersey.
it's a day. Like,
right. 20-minute plane ride in the channel. It's perfectly fine.
Right. Okay. All right. I felt better after I watched the slideshow. I'll be honest. It was a little touch and go, John. I'm having hard times right now. I don't sleep well. I think about weird things. Fucking. Why can't it be my jersey? It's not even my jersey. What about the cows? Why are those jerseys? Fuck. We should get Kobe beef. Let's raise cattle.
I'd like to talk about your hard times. Would you like to talk about your hard times?
Everybody I know has a big butt, Simone. Let's talk about your big butt. Oh no, it's Andy. Andy?
My Pete doesn't do many great impressions perfectly, but he does do Pee-wee perfectly.
Fuck you, John. I do everything perfectly. The
confidence
I have,
you do it good.
The confidence I have is something that only the prodigy of an only child could be experienced in. Granted, I'm not an only child, so I'm an anomaly, which is pretty awesome. So I'm doubly fucking cool.
No, you're confident in those impressions, but the one you actually do well, or not well, perfect. You do others well. You do Pee-wee.
Here's the deal.
Pee-wee
But you know what?
Give us a little Pee-wee.
What I feel like.
Give us a little.
No, we're not gonna. I'm not a goddamn monkey. I don't perform. Hey, boy, dance for me. No, John. The thing is, I saw a dude with a leg tattoo that was full leg sleeve, but it was all a Pee Wee Herman mural with his bike and the Alamo and Francis, and like it didn't have Pee Wee, but had characters and like all the stuff, but like little, like no big characters, but it was Pee Wee Herman. It was his bike. It was the bow tie, Mr. T.
Yeah.
It was his yard. It was the Alamo.
Large March.
It had the face. That was the only one there. Yeah. It was great, John.
So it was the movie. It was straight up the movie.
Yeah, the movie.
It was The Big Adventure. Yeah.
Right, not Pee Wee's Playhouse. No. Yeah,
right.
No.
For those who don't know, we're talking to a large audience, so some might not know the difference between Pee Wee's Big Adventure, the movie, the debut directorial movie of Dan Elfman. What was that guy's name?
There you go. Scorsese actually passed on it. He's like, it's not gritty enough.
Tim Minchin, that's right. And then the subsequent show on Nickelodeon, I want to say, Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Yeah. Then they did the stage show,
which I saw. It's fantastic.
That's great, John. Which I saw. Anytime you put your finger up, I want to fucking cut it off.
Burton.
Anytime you snip, air quotes, you lose fucking 4 fingers. Keep your goddamn hands out of the screen, John. Fuck your couch. You're a fucking trained actor, man. Stop using your hands.
Tim Burton. No hands.
Think about it as fucking soccer.
Also, I'm thinking about
I want you to be Pele in your fucking video performances. It's no hands. It's mainly kicking and heading. It's no hands.
I'm thinking of Fresh Prince on your end. Keep your filthy hands out my DD frame.
Not even my frame, John. I feel like you should know it. Fucking, as a method actor, I once cut my hands off so I could learn to speak without them. I then had them reattached so I would learn slowly how to do it again.
I
John, it's
turned
all in
into
my
a
book.
newt. I got better.
It's all in my book. Chapter 3. Learning to sign.
Oh.
Oh, that's the title of the chapter, John. I'll go ahead, through the references, I'll go ahead and give you title of the chapters. I'm going to read some articles from it. Just little excerpts, little reader's theater. I'm going to try it. Not right now, John.
Oh, okay.
But I'm going to say it is something I have and I want to refer to, and I need you to be aware of it. I need you to respect it. It's my way of communicating. It's my way of
It's your love
addressing.
language?
No, John, fuck off. My love language is how I fucking talk. Here's the deal, bud. I need you to shut the fuck up and listen when I'm doing my editorializing. All right, bud? Yeah. No, again, you just lost a fucking hand. No fingers on that one. You fucking lost a hand. There you go, bud. There you go. Who's learning? They say a dumb ginger can't be taught. Well, I say you're probably right, but we're going to fucking keep trying. Jesus Christ. No, John, stop fucking voguing. Awesome.
We got a couple.
We got a couple good news. Dan says we have enough miles to come visit Uncle Daddy. John. We're going to a bistro in Beverly Hills, baby. Hey,
Uncle
bud.
Daddy.
Want to go to a bistro in Beverly Hills, bud? By chance? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I want you to, because I can't see the the YouTubes right now. What is the actual? What did Dan say?
I just. You're a fucking animal. I
Just
don't know
say
if
it one
you
more time.
can't hear.
Just say it one more time. You got
Dan
it
said
down.
I have enough air miles to come visit Uncle Daddy.
Uncle Daddy.
I didn't.
Uncle Daddy.
I don't have YouTubes. I don't listen well. I know you said these words just previously, but I don't believe in listening until it suits me. So, perchance, perhaps, I ask, I beg, I implore, could you read once again the words you just read 4 seconds ago when I had my ginger head up my fucking ginger ass? I will take my answer off the air.
No, I'll keep it on the air. Actually, one more time since you took so long. It is Ginger Daddy, right? Ginger Daddy?
No, Uncle Daddy, you fucking idiot.
Uncle, see, I forgot. Uncle Daddy.
And you, Jesus Christ.
Dan's not Dan. Dan's not Dan. Uncle Daddy is Uncle Daddy. We all know who loves the Uncle Daddy.
Hey,
everybody anybody knows that the Uncle Daddy.
Shut the fuck. Oh my God. You're talking now. You haven't even listened to the fucking comment. Just let's move on past this. You're making a mockery of how stupid you are, and it's making my job more difficult. Like now when I make fun of you, people are like, don't make fun of the fucking stupid. Like if you see someone who can't get up a curb and you're like, fucking you can't walk. It's not funny. If it's an able-bodied runner who trips on a curb, that's fucking funny as shit. Right now, you're a goddamn cripple. Stop being a cripple.
You were good for a bit. Right? Pop that back in.
As you know, I clip bits of the show to put on the TikToks and the Insta. And I was just talking about the leg tattoo, Pee Wee Herman. I thought, come on, he must have put a picture online. I'll look up Pee Wee Herman leg tattoos. There are a lot of fucking Pee Wee Herman leg tattoos, man. There are loads of them. So many Pee Wee Herman leg tattoos.
Hell yeah.
Just what you'd like to know. Okay, thank you. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Hell yeah. I'm just saying. I love a good commitment. I knew this chick who had an entire back piece, like fucking entire back piece of Nightmare Before Christmas.
I've seen that a lot, yeah.
but it was the full, literally, like Yakuza style, like the entire back, not just like piece here, piece here.
Right.
It was great. Like, oh my God. And then you're like, that's a whole back piece. That's a lot. Forever. A lot. I love it, but that's a lot. Huh.
But that's common. As soon as you started talking, I was like, I know several people who have pieces, not a full Yakuza bag.
Yeah.
But pieces of Nightmare Before Christmas. That's a very common dedication. Right?
Yeah. Whatever you love, man, I'm all for it.
What tats do you have?
I have a 2-sided pod.
It's the old one, though, right? Yeah. Are you planning on getting rid of that? Okay.
No, it's not the old one, John. It just, I'm starting the new one, and it just says right now 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's all it says. So right now, if I get caught in any crime, they're like, that's a fucking include. I'm like, shh, none shall pass. So I'm kind of playing it close to the vest, but once I figure out what it's going to be good, bud. But right now I have the time down.
Oh, that's why we could never change the time. Oh, okay. We could change the day that we broadcasted, but not the time.
It doesn't matter the day. Time is not going to change. That's written in skin, not stone. That's skin.
we could change whether it's the YouTube's logo or the old stereo logo. Doesn't matter, because all it is the time. 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. Does it have the full 4 a.m. Greenwich sandwich time? If you're across the pond,
you got to turn the arm over. I do this, and I do this. It's back here.
It's like a switch.
Yeah. My hat was right switch. Fucking John. One more message.
Here we go. Me talking of dedication, I decided I'm going to commit to getting a 2-sided pods tattoo. Obviously, to go with my 2-sided pod church branding. I'm going to have on my left buttock my boy Pete, and on my right buttock John L. Peacock. Unless you prefer the opposite cheek, up to you. Let me know, because I'll probably be going later on this week. So please let me know. Okay.
I'd like to be definitely on the right. I want to be on the right, because the right hand is the right hand, and also if we.
And I am sinister.
I know, good for you. If we could have it so that our hands are up, so when the butt cheeks come together, we're high-fiving.
Or clapping, if you will.
It's a high five, John. We're not clapping. Come on, bud.
I'm left-handed. My Pete is right-handed, so there's
doesn't
that.
Matter.
Yes, it does.
What? Quantify. When you quantify things, it takes the air out.
I think I qualified more than anything.
Well, John, again, is the play-by-play of life. Well, here's what happened, and this is this, and I was here, and my left hand is this, and I don't like buttons, and I'm ginger. My name is John L. Peacock, and I say peacocks don't fly, and peacocks are fucking peacock. I heard the peacocks, and I'm more color. Fuck John's appropriation of the word peacock. Number one, we don't like it in our zoo society. Number two, I don't fucking appreciate his plumage. Number three, I haven't seen you fly yet. So, play-by-play, color.
My repeat, I'm sure you know this. What's Latin for left-handed?
Again, you already said it, bud.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I'm getting to something else. So we're building it up.
Don't ask me questions. Just get to it. Finish your thought. You're writing a paper.
Right.
I'm not going to play your game. You already said it. Go ahead.
Fine. Okay. So that's the build-up. left-handed in Latin is sinister. What is Latin for right-handed? And this is the actual question.
You're gonna tell me anyway, John. Fucking finish your paper.
No, I'm not. No, come on.
This is the actual question, John.
Do you know?
Fucking.
Do you know it?
John? I beg of you. This is where I need you to take a breath and a step back and just finish your thought, bud.
Okay. Hey, everybody. So to finish my paper.
Go.
I'm going to finish my paper really quick because, so left-handed is sinister. Everyone, many people know that. But less known is right-handed, Latin, dexter. Dexter is right-handed. So right-handed dexter, left-handed sinister. And if you think about it, dexter, dexterous, dexterity, ambidextrous, which means two right hands. So when you can do things with both of your hands, it is saying you are both right-handed, even your left hand. Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy. Fucking the Latins. What have they done for us other than give us fucking too many handed jokes, John? Is this add a two-hander? It's fucking dumb as shit. Took way too long to get there. Hey, we all learned something. We all learned we shouldn't leave John to his own devices. That's what we learned. No fucking hands, John. Sinister hand. Keep it fucking down, bud. Ooh.
I see your hand there. Come on.
Yeah. I'm holding court. You don't get to fucking pose. I cut my hands off in method acting and grew them back to fucking learn my craft, John. What have you done? You just fucking vogue your way through life. Come on, bud. You know, I'll drink with you, but I'm not happy about it.
Do a drink and get a shot out of here.
I could do it. Here you go, bud. Cheers. Drinking now.
You're welcome to listening. All
right, bud. Well, stick a fork in me, bud. Call me a cab and call me Mary. Take me home or lose me forever. I think I'm just about spent, my friend.
Stick a fork in my boy Pete. He's finished.
Look at him now. He's up against the ropes, battered like a fucking piece of bread. Oof, John. Hey, it doesn't matter. Like, that's the thing. Yeah, I should get going because it doesn't matter what time I have to do. It doesn't matter what time I go to bed. The fucking dog is going to wake me up at 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Which is really late for everybody else. That's daytime for even me at that point. I'll be at work.
That's 7 a.m. That's 7 a.m.?
Well, I'll be heading to work. Yeah.
Oof. Oof, 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 oof. I tell you what. Yeah. Anyway, the next show will be at home. I have the day off on Wednesday, so batten down the hatches, girder your loins. We're gonna go fucking hard. We're gonna go hard in the paint, you guys. There's gonna be elbows thrown. There's gonna be fucking. The behemoth is coming. Gargantuan rises again.
And then the next week is your Mexico. You're not sure off week, right?
25th of June. I am now out, so I will not be on. John, if you sign on and can jump on something and feel it, then I feel it would be great if you represented and had just something to hold something down. Talk out your ass. Bring someone on, do a retrospective, call out a plea in the darkness. If I can just do commercials, run down some, read my manifesto, I'm actually going to finish it this week around 3 a.m. when I can't fucking sleep because I know the dog's waking me up in an hour. So I'm finishing the manifesto. If you can read that and the list of my demands, that would be great. That would take like 40, 45 minutes. And then if all goes well, we'll get hostages and we can barter those for goods and wares on the next week when I'm back. Bud, what do you think?
Yeah, we might do a mini two-sided or maybe a one-sided, something like that. Stay tuned. In a couple of weeks,
stay
that'll
tuned.
happen. But next week, my
we'll
Bo Peep
let you
will
know.
be paroled and home.
Yep. I'll be fucking down to clown. Fucking nobody can stop me now. Fucking now we give me a little fighting room where we're going. We don't need sobriety. Yeah, it's gonna be a great show, you guys. It's gonna be a great show.
And those who are on our Patreon, you can jump on, but only for the next 5 minutes. If you're not on, we'll assume you didn't want to. But if you want to, pop on. And we're out.
The link in your Patreon is going to be at your header screen on your main Patreon login header page on the Patreon. If you go to OnlyFans, you've gone too far. Go back one, and we're the link right there.